As we see behind me, the Detroit Symphony Orchestra has a beautiful logo. Just the type of logo that Swedish artist Gunilla Klingberg would use in one of her very creative pieces of art.
Before I studied art, I studied graphic design and worked as a graphic designer for quite some time. For a long time I've collected logotypes and brands from my everyday life and everyday shopping. So in that sense you could say that these brands links us all together. It has to do with everyday routines and everyday rituals. And I think the way that these brands come into our private sphere, we carry the plastic bag with us from the more public area or the supermarket into our private homes. It also links the private and the public areas. I make the patterns on the computer, of course, and then it takes some time to make the selection and to try out different versions. And at the end, it's a vector file that is blown up and plotted out in vinyl. Even though it's computer work, it feels like craft work to me, almost like embroidering or something like that. The choice of logos for the pattern is a combination of how they graphically work for the pattern, as well as if I do find the brand name interesting. Since it's made as a pattern, you might not first recognize all the logos, but quite quick okay, this is a familiar logo and that. So maybe these logos also comes into our minds in an unconscious way. I'm interested in the combination to clash the iconography taken from the Western world, consumer world, with this image which resembles of a sacred mandala, which is a tool that can help in meditation. You really need to take that in, that this might be a place where people pass 2 times a day, 5 days a week, back and forth to work. And the reason why I wanted to extend the pattern out from the gallery area into the foyer area is that I wanted the pattern to be out in a more public passage. To emphasize the viral aspect of the artwork, that is actually continuing and it's growing, and so you're surrounded more or less by the patterns. And also I like the idea that to sort of merge the artwork into the actual architecture or site, and to me that was more of a challenge and an interesting way of working with my ideas. How and why is it presented here and what does it mean?
To find out more about Gunilla, head to DetroitPerforms.org. Now let's check out some upcoming arts events happening in and around Detroit.